The season has barely begun, but trouble is already brewing in Cleveland. With frustration mounting and expectations unmet, a critical decision looms, one that could redefine the direction of the entire franchise. Behind the scenes, tensions are rising, injuries are stacking up, and questions about leadership on the field are getting louder by the day. What's really happening inside the locker room? And is a bold move on the horizon that could change everything for this team? Come with me and I'll tell you everything. Make sure to click the like button and tell me, in your opinion, does Kevin Stefanski need to be replaced? Write in the comments. Now, the Cleveland Browns are heading into Week 3 of the 2025 season surrounded by frustration, injuries, and a quarterback dilemma that could define their trajectory for the rest of the year. Still winless at 0-2, the Browns are set to host the undefeated Green Bay Packers at Huntington Bank Field. But they're doing so with a roster that's far from full strength and a quarterback situation that's sparking growing debate inside and outside the locker room. Let's start with the injuries. Defensive tackle Mike Hall Jr. will miss his third consecutive game following offseason knee surgery. That's a blow to a defensive line that's already been heavily leaned on in the opening weeks. Adding to the concern, 4 more Browns players are officially listed as questionable. Joel Bitonio, the veteran left guard and one of the team's most consistent players, hasn't practiced all week due to a lingering back issue. His absence would be a major setback in both pass protection and the run game. DeAndre Carter, who doubles as a receiver and returner, remains in concussion protocol, while right tackle Jack Conklin continues to work through an elbow injury. And perhaps most pressing, especially given the razor-thin margin this team has been losing by, is kicker Andre Szmyt, who tweaked his left calf during Friday's practice and is now in doubt for Sunday. This is not just about missing players. The Browns are dealing with foundational issues. Head coach Kevin Stefanski has acknowledged the complications and expressed only cautious optimism when discussing Bitonio's recovery. Meanwhile, the special teams unit is dangerously close to being non-functional. Szmyt's status is unclear pending MRI results, and with no backup kicker on the roster or practice squad, the team may be forced to sign someone off the street just days before kickoff. That urgency is magnified by the fact that punter Corey Bojorquez is also sidelined, making Cleveland's entire kicking operation unstable. For a team that already saw Szmyt's early season struggles cost them in Week 1, a missed PAT and a 36-yard field goal and a heartbreaking 17-16 loss to Cincinnati. Losing him now could be a tipping point. But it's not just special teams under the microscope. Let's talk about the quarterback situation. Joe Flacco, brought back after his heroic late-season stretch in 2023, has not delivered through 2 games. At 40 years old and entering his 18th NFL season, Flacco has put up 489 yards and 2 touchdowns, but those numbers are overshadowed by 4 turnovers, 3 interceptions and 1 fumble. While some of the picks can be blamed on wide receiver miscues, the truth is Flacco's passes have lacked precision, and his decision-making has been off. His successful passing rate stands at just 39.4%, the third lowest of his entire career. As it stands, the Browns have scored only 33 points in 2 games while giving up 58. The defense, which many believe is capable of being elite, is being dragged down by an offense that simply cannot stay on the field. With such little production and an 0-2 record to show for it, fans and analysts alike are calling for change, and the name they're chanting is Dillon Gabriel. The rookie third-round pick out of Oregon, selected 94th overall in this year's draft, has climbed to number 2 on the depth chart, ahead of fellow rookie Shedeur Sanders. Gabriel's preseason performance turned heads, 25 of 37 passing, 67.6% for 272 yards, a touchdown, an interception, and a fumble. His most impressive outing came against the Rams, where he completed 12 of 19 passes for 129 yards and a touchdown. He showed improvement each week, and more importantly, he seemed to grow more comfortable in the pocket with every snap. The turning point for Gabriel may have come in Week 2 against Baltimore. With the Browns trailing badly and Flacco pulled from the game, Gabriel stepped in and calmly went 3-for-3 for 19 yards, including a touchdown. It wasn't a huge sample size, but it was enough to ignite the fan base and raise serious questions about why he's not already starting. Stefanski, for now, remains firm. When asked if a quarterback change was on the table, his answer was a flat no. He emphasized that the offense as a whole needs to be better and didn't place all the blame on Flacco. Still, the writing may be on the wall. The Browns are staring down a brutal upcoming stretch with games against the Lions, Vikings, and Steelers, all teams with aggressive defenses. There's a very real chance this team could be 0-6 heading into Week 7. If that happens, Gabriel taking over becomes less of a possibility and more of a necessity. And that brings us to the core of the issue. Is it time to prioritize the future? This is not a Super Bowl caliber team in its current form. If the 2025 season is already slipping away, the argument grows louder that Cleveland should shift focus toward player development, giving their young quarterbacks meaningful snaps rather than clinging to a veteran who may not be capable of elevating the offense anymore. What do you think, Browns fans? Should Dillon Gabriel be given the reins now, or is it too soon to turn the page on Flacco? Stefanski's insistence on sticking with Flacco may reflect loyalty, or perhaps a belief that the veteran's experience gives the Browns the best chance to remain competitive. But that stance becomes harder to justify with each passing week. Gabriel has already shown poise, accuracy, and an understanding of the system in limited action. The rookie's quick release and mobility could bring a different dynamic to an offense that's been stagnant and predictable. Let's not forget what Gabriel did in college. He threw for over 14,000 yards and 125 touchdowns across his NCAA career. His ability to extend plays and deliver strikes downfield could energize a Browns offense that's currently among the least efficient in the league. Pairing that kind of playmaking ability with Amari Cooper and David Njoku might actually unlock the potential this team has flashed on paper. Now consider the alternative, continuing to ride with Flacco through a gauntlet of upcoming opponents, hoping for incremental improvement. It's a tough sell, especially when Gabriel has done nothing to lose the job he hasn't even been given. If the Browns go 0-3 after facing the Packers, then drop the next 2 or 3, the front office will face heavy criticism for failing to act sooner. By then, the team could be out of playoff contention, and the pressure to play Gabriel wouldn't just come from fans, it would be internal, too. Adding to the urgency is the context of the AFC North. This division doesn't wait. Every team has a legitimate shot this year, and falling behind early can be fatal. The Browns can't afford to wait until the season is lost before making changes. If Gabriel is the future, why not start that future now? And it's not just about what Gabriel can do, it's about what the team can learn. Giving a rookie valuable reps against top defenses, even in losses, provides data and development you can't simulate in practice. It tells the coaching staff what they have. It gives the locker room a new spark. Most importantly, it gives the fans a reason to believe in something again. Whether Stefanski wants to admit it or not, the calls for a quarterback switch aren't going away. Every missed throw by Flacco, every stalled drive, every loss will only make the chance for Gabriel louder. And if the Browns are still sitting at 0 wins after Week 3, there may be no justifiable reason left to keep the rookie on the sidelines. This could be a defining moment, not just for the 2025 season, but for the franchise moving forward. It's time to ask the hard questions and make the bold decisions. Cleveland has the talent, but do they have the vision to use it? If you believe Dillon Gabriel deserves to take the reins now, drop your thoughts in the comments. Is it time for the rookie to lead the Dawg Pound, or should the team stick with the veteran a little longer? Make sure to hit that subscribe button, give the video a like if you want more updates like this, and don't forget to click the video that's on your screen right now. All the breaking Browns news, first, fast, and real, you'll only find it here. Go Browns!